Can I be real with you? When I was 18 years old, a large part of the reason that I moved to Green Bay, Wisconsin was, well, the Green Bay Packers. 18, 19, 20, even 25-year-old version of me would have been pumped beyond belief to not miss a minute of the seemingly once-in-a-lifetime NFL draft coming to Green Bay, Wisconsin. One amazing wife and 4 kids, and a bunch of life later, my thoughts and excitement are a little more nuanced regarding what will be the largest event in Green Bay history. My conversations with other people around Green Bay have shared this wide span of emotion and thought as well. In this video, we will explore the draft campus and discuss highlights. You're going to learn key info and we'll discuss other sources to get the best information about the upcoming 2025 draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Along the way, I'll share my thoughts too as we talk all things draft right after this. Green Bay, Wisconsin's largest event is less than 50 days away, bringing hundreds of thousands of people to the Brown County area. The event is one of the marquee off-season moments for the NFL and one of the largest events in the calendar year for football. Fans from all the teams gather together to celebrate their team's future success as they select the players they hope will be future franchise cornerstones. But as the draft event has grown, it has expanded well beyond just matching players with teams and has begun to incorporate all sorts of other entertainment opportunities for those who attend. From an economic impact perspective, the projections out there expect $94 million to be made statewide and $20 million to be made in the Green Bay area specifically. While viewership projections are around 54 million worldwide, the NFL has challenged itself to reach 70 million viewers, bringing tons of eyes to Green Bay, Wisconsin for this once-in-a-generation event. The expected attendance for this event is around 240,000 people, and for perspective, the average daily attendance for the Wisconsin State Fair drew almost 103,000 people a day, making this not only the largest event in Green Bay's history, but a huge event for the state of Wisconsin itself. The draft stage footprint is expected to be around 250,000 square feet, located on the east side of the stadium, also offering a cool view from the stage where Lambeau Field will be in the backdrop of shots from the stage. I like to think of it as something like this as the sun sets in the west behind Lambeau Field. Here's my highly formal and well done rendering of the sunset behind Lambeau Field. Hours of operation for the NFL Draft Experience, which happens simultaneously along with the draft itself, are Thursday, April 24th, 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time, Friday, April 25th, 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time, and Saturday, April 26th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. That 250,000 square foot draft theater area has its own hours of operation as well, and these are approximate. On the first night, April 24th, the hours are 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time. On April 25th, the hours are 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time. On April 26th, the hours are 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time. All right, let's take a look at the draft campus here. On the far east side, we have the NFL Draft Theater area. That's that 250,000 square foot area where the picks will be made and the heartbeat of the event is held. I mean, look at this draft theater area. Does this not just look so exciting? Huge screens, tons of square footage with fans from all different teams screaming and cheering their teams on. I think it's a great way that they're taking advantage of this space they have to spread out and just make the event look almost larger than life. I love how the draft theater bumps into the Resch Expo Center as well in the back, and I can envision that area where players are sitting in the first round waiting for their name to be called, and then coming through from there into the main stage area, celebrating, hugging the commissioner, and doing all of that fun and exciting stuff that the players do throughout the draft. So let's talk about the NFL experience area, because I think this is a key feature that is bringing people to this event that aren't maybe the hardcore football fan who wants to watch every pick be made. The NFL experience is an area of roughly 800,000 square feet, including the stadium's west side parking lots and most of the Titletown development area. The NFL experience features food and beverage areas, a kids play 60 area, spots for kicking field goals, running the 40-yard dash. There's exhibits from sponsors. You can take your photo with the Vince Lombardi trophy, or even shop for some exclusive merchandise. This brings up a couple of important pieces of information for those attending this event. The event is cashless, and food is not allowed to be brought in. So you will need to bring some sort of card to pay or mobile pay, and food and beverage will be provided on site for your needs as you're there. This event is free to attend, but you need to use the NFL One Pass app to register so that you can scan in when you get there. And then, as I said, food needs to be purchased on site, and it is a cashless event. So take that stuff into consideration as you consider what you bring or don't bring. And do read up on the information regarding bags, strollers, and all sorts of other things that you might care about as you attend this event over the 3 days that it's put on here in Green Bay. Wanting to learn more information about everything with the NFL Draft experience, be sure to check out their NFL One Pass app. I downloaded it, and it continues to gather more information as this event draws near. There's 2 general admission gates located on the west and southwest sides of the NFL Draft campus. They're located along Ridge Road and toward the west side of Titletown. You might be wondering what the weather will be like at this event. Well, let's take a look at how late April typically looks in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Late April shows minimal amounts of rain and snow for a month that it definitely is still possible. And I heard the commissioner was hoping for just a little bit of snow to tie in that frozen tundra feel to this event. Temps are typically in the 50s, with nighttime temperatures still being close to freezing. And since this event happens later in the evening on 2 of the 3 days, you may want to consider how many layers you're wearing when you attend this event. I will put a bunch of links in the description below this video so you can find out more information about the upcoming NFL Draft. There's some great places that have been doing wonderful reporting, and I wanted to send you guys their way to get more information, as well as the NFL and Green Bay Packers information tabs on their websites or apps. So here are some of my questions and things I'm going to be watching as this NFL Draft event unfolds in Green Bay, Wisconsin. A main question for me is around parking. Now, if you've looked at the map of the NFL campus, it takes up a decent amount of parking spots that are normally available on a game day in Green Bay. Now, if our wonderful local residents are again allowing people to park in their yard for this event to make a little extra money, that's awesome. I hope that their yards aren't muddy pits because it's April in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and it can be very wet and the ground can be very soft. Also, I'm wondering, how do you get people in and out of this event that really doesn't have that clear start and end time that a typical football game would have, where people might be parked in until the end of the game, but it really doesn't matter because everyone is essentially leaving at the same time. This event, people are coming and going at different times possibly, and I could see there being some issues with parking that way. As far as the draft event itself goes, I gotta say I'm not super excited to stand for 2 or 3 hours in a general admission area waiting for a pick to be announced that I could watch on TV from the comfort of my home with all sorts of information. I don't really want to stand for that long with, 100,000 other people. And a majority of the attendees of this event will be standing the whole time because the seating areas for the draft event were ticketed areas or areas that had selected people already. So unless you have $600, $700, whatever dollars to buy a seat in this event, you're most likely standing in the free area. I am, however, really excited for the experience that a family could still have here with the NFL Experience Zone that they have set up. And it would be fun to maybe meander by the draft event itself. I personally would probably be going on one of the later days, but I could see why somebody would want to be there for that culminating first night event. Along with the experience and the draft, there's also concerts that are being offered, which could be an interesting draw and something to enjoy. And the draft itself sounds like it has a lot of entertainment going on during the different picks as well. And a full confession here, I stood outside for I don't know how long waiting for the 2010 Super Bowl team to come back after they won the Super Bowl in Dallas. So I've definitely stood at Lambeau Field in much colder temperatures than this as a rabid fan of the Green Bay Packers. And then later attended the celebration inside Lambeau Field, which was very cold as well. You can see the pics here just to prove it. Yes, that's me. Can you believe how much hair used to be on this head? So what do you think? Are you coming to the NFL draft? Is this something you're excited about? Do you think that Green Bay will be able to pull off the largest event in its history? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below this video and share your feedback after the event too if you do attend. Like every other game day in Green Bay, I'm rooting for the home team to succeed as the NFL draft comes to Green Bay, Wisconsin. The community of Green Bay rises to the occasion, and this event hopefully will be no different. All that's left is for us to wait and see who the home team selects and how this home city is affected by its largest event ever. But we'll have to talk about that on another video with Living in Green Bay soon.